Yes. So guys, what we have seen so far, let's have a quick revision onto those things. So we started first with what basically is a cloud computing, right? And we have understand how an on-premise technology is differed from an on-cloud technology. Then what are the benefits to have a cloud-based technology? What are the advantages with the cloud technology? What are the disadvantages with a normal on-premise technology? We would also have discussed that how exactly this on-premise technology is something which is going obsolete, it's going outdated, and how cloud is something we called as an emerging technology. Then we have started, I give you a basic introduction about like what it means by a CRM, customer relationship management. Like, what is the productivity of CRM? What is the cycle of CRM? What are the different stages? What could be the different stages of a CRM? And then what is the benefit of a CRM with respect to a conventional ERP system? This we have seen. And there were so many introductory topics that were being discussed, right? When I was giving you the introduction about the technologies, there were so many, several things you could go and you can get it from all those sessions, all those recorded sessions. We then started with, if you wanted to build up a product, an application, then how we are going to start with. So we first of all would understand that how exactly, a custom application would be created inside CRM. And based on the same thing, we have created one application for HR management. You can give any name for this. You can give any name for this, right? You have understand like how exactly we could create a custom application. Now, once the application has created, application is what? It's a set of functionalities. An application is a customized product. An application is what? The something which is built up for requirement. We were having a requirement, from some of our client. He has explained me what he wanted to build up. He explained us what his business is about. And he explained us what the product, what is the kind of requirement of the product he was holding. So what we did, we built up an application for him. This one. So any CRM development always starts first with creation of application. We first have built up an application, and what we considered everything, whatever we are building, would be inside this application only, would be inside as a feature of application, it would be going to work, right? We then have discussed there would be, apart from all of these standard objects, now this application would require few custom objects as well. Then we first of all have understand what is the significance of a tab, an object, relationship between objects and tab. Then we understand how we can create some custom objects. The governor limits related to all these, we also have discussed it, right? And so far we created 3 custom objects: hiring manager, candidates, and positions, right? Then we have understand whenever you create an object, the object along with table and everything, whatever in the backend, the business logic class, everything is created simultaneously. Although we just have to, work onto the front end part, the user interface part, right? This is what the user interface is. And everything in the back end, a corresponding database table for all these custom objects would automatically is going to be get created inside database.com. And a business logic class would also have been written. We just have to see for the front end part. Then we have seen so many things. Actually, so far this journey was very exciting. We have learned so many things. We have learned so many things like creation of applications, creation of objects, then creating fields inside the objects, arranging them in the proper way so that the interface would look good. Dividing your page into 2 columns, introducing certain different sections, arranging the fields into the section, defining tab key orders, and few of the technical things as well. What would be the different techniques to make the field mandatory? We have discussed 2 of them as well. And then importantly, where exactly to use which kind of technique, both out of both of them, that we also have discussed. So far it was like, we started somewhere around 1 month or maybe 1.5 months back. But what we have learned so far was like, it was all basics of Salesforce CRM. And this is important to prepare that ground for the training. You are about to build a huge building above over here, right? When you are building, when you are creating, when you are structuring that, your base should be very strong about technology. And that's why it requires a time. If I'm having some civil engineers in my class, they would be agreed onto this. Whenever they form a structure, first of all, they have to prepare it onto ground, and it would take time, because that's all where the structure is going to stand. The base, that base should be very strong, and that's why it required times. From this onward, I'm now going to start with the next topic called relationship. From this onward, understand one thing. It would be a topic of like 1 week, probably 2 weeks, something like that. From this onward, training would going to be a little bit fast. Why? Because topic would be, you will be seeing, you're going to witness the topic would complete a little bit earlier. But till now, what we are learning, that was whole basics of CRM. And this requires time, right? Now we are going to start with, I could say that we have achieved at least 20% of the syllabus, or maybe 10% of the syllabus we already have achieved. And we are going further deep into this ocean, right? We have successfully complete that basic part. And every one of us now would have a great idea, a detailed idea about CRM products, about cloud technology, about applications, entities, objects. Now let me start with another important topic, and that is relationships. So first of all, let me describe you what is a relationship, and we're going to see this. See, the entities have their entities, and usually we represent them with objects. The business entities, we represent them by means of objects, Now they could be standard object like this account, campaign, cases. They could even be a custom object like hiring manager, position, and candidates, right? Entities are represented with what? Entities are represented with the objects. Now, in terms of a business diagram, let me try to show you something. There is one common terminology. If I go with like, ER diagram, entity relationship diagram, right? If you go with this, if you see some of the examples over here with this, you would probably understand. See, if I go with this example, I have just make a random clicks. I'll just make a random clicks. I'm not sure where this diagram is. This is representing you some of the entities like stores, publishers, employee, jobs, title, sales, right? What was this? Title, author, discounts. These are what? These are some of the entities, these are some of the entities, right? If we are building a product for this particular requirement, we can consider all this as an objects. Publisher would be an object, employee would be an object, jobs, stores, sales, title. This could be an object. And whatever listed out over here could be a field inside the object. Whatever you are seeing inside, that could be a field, right? Now, if you see something, that these entities, these objects, some of them are interconnected with each other. And how it is represented in business, usually, you can see that it starts with one line. And it is ending mostly with, I could say that this is one to many. It started with one line. And generally it is ending with one to many. What I could consider with this is like, a publisher is one entity, but to that publisher, there would be like so many different titles. There would be so many different titles. That a publisher is someone, a company, or maybe a department which would publish so many different titles. And that is why one publisher could have n number of titles. You could understand with this. It's very simple to understand. It's very simple to understand, right? Now, at the same time, the stores could provide different discounts. This is one store who's having n number of the products, and is providing discounts, n number of different discounts, right? So the stores could provide different discounts. That's why this. So basically, this is something called as an ER structure, entity relationship diagram. We also form this kind of things. We also form this kind of things. We also form this kind of things. And once that everything has been identified, that mapping, that relationship have been identified, we would construct the same thing in Salesforce. And how? That is why we are learning something called as relationships. Relationships. So what is a relationship, by the way? The relationship is the way in Salesforce. The relationship is the way in Salesforce so that you could connect, you could create a connection, you could map, you could perform the mapping of one entity with another entities, of one object with another objects. And why it is required? Because this is something, a terminology of business, right? This is something, a terminology of a business. And I could give you so many examples for this, and you would understand, yes, there is a hidden relationship between these entities. You could consider, like, for example, if I take an entity like university, like Nagpur University. Now see, this Nagpur University doesn't have only one college. They run so many different courses. They have so many different colleges that are affiliated with the Nagpur University, right? So university could be one of the entity now which is affiliated, which is having so many different colleges that are associated. I could consider university as the parent and all the colleges as the child. Because whenever we define a relationship, the most important thing what you have to understand, the default mapping of every relationship is always one to many. What is one? One is the parent. Many is what? The child. Many is child. And relationship is always like, one to many. One parent, multiple childs. One parent, many childs. And it's a very, very real-time concept, by the way. One parent could have many childs. And that is how the entities are related with each other. If there is an entity called as engineering college, let's consider engineering college as one of the object. And let's say this is the parent. Now there would be so many different colleges, or maybe engineering branches inside the college that will have so many different branches: civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical, computer science. So these are what? These are the branches, and they are related to one parent called engineering branch, whatever, right? Whatever. So this way, a doctor could have so many patients. A doctor could have so many. Doctor could be the parent object. Patient would be a child, because the relationship seems to be one to many. So wherever you see that these two are the entities that are connected with each other, we first of all have to understand who could be the parent, who could be the child, right? So whenever in real time in the CRM, when we see that we have to map a connection between two entities, there we have to create something called as relationship. With these examples, what we are taking, understand, hiring manager is one of the entity, hiring manager is one of the entity. Let me do certain customizations related to tab. A small thing that I would bring candidate in the bottom of the list. All right. So hiring manager is someone who take the responsibility of position. Now, one hiring manager could handle one position, or he may be responsible to handle few more positions as well. So hiring manager is the parent of position. Hiring manager, see, I'm talking in terms of a custom entities. Otherwise, मैं आपको standard object पे भी लेके जाऊंगा. पहले हम जरा custom की बात करें. So hiring manager is the parent of position. Hiring manager should be the parent of position. I mean, right now there is no mapping. I mean, if you go to the schema builder, see the best way to see the relationship between two objects is to bring them onto schema builder. This is the most convenient way, to understand if is there a relationship between two objects. So a hiring manager and position, I'll bring all those three custom objects. See, I'll be bringing all those three custom objects. You see, there is no relationship. They all seems to be, individually distinct objects. And there is no line in between them. There is nothing which is interconnecting two of them, right? Right now, there's no relationship. All right, there's no relationship. Fine, because we just have finished the creation of the objects and the fields inside the object. And we were doing everything related to like वो कैसा दिखता है, वो कैसे section में रहेगा, अलग-अलग fields. How should it looks like? What should be the user interface looks like? So we were working on to that part. Now we are finished with those. Now we have to think about more about this, right? So what I'm discussing right now, there must be something like, hiring manager should be the parent of position. Hiring manager should handle the position. Position should be the parent of candidate. Position should be the parent of candidate. So what we have to do, we have to create a relationship between hiring manager and position. We have to create a relationship between position and the candidate. Right now, there is no relationship. These are seems to be very freshly deployed objects, right? So whenever you see that entities have dependencies on each other, whenever you see there should be a mapping, there should be a connection between the entities, two entities, more entities. What we have to decide, what we have to create is something we call this as what? A relationship. We call this as a relationship, right? That was an introduction about what does it means by a relationship. What does it means by a relationship? Now, the most important part. They would ask you this interview. And I could say that this is the most repeated question. Whenever an interview starts, it always starts with some of the basic questions about Salesforce. And if you fail to answer those, there is no meaning to take this interview further, because you could also understand. If you don't even know the basics of Salesforce, why should I take you further with the detailed parts, right? अगर मैं आपका interview ले रहा हूं and I'm asking you how many different types of relationships are there in Salesforce, and if you don't even know that, the first impression, what would be created is like, इसको कुछ नहीं आता. Why should if this guy doesn't seems to have the basic knowledge, basic understanding, इसको थोड़ा बहुत जो बेसिक है चीजें उसकी भी मालूमात नहीं, तो फिर आगे क्यों बढ़ना चाहिए हम लोगों ने, राइट? देखिए, इंटरव्यू क्रैक करना बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है. हर चीज का आंसर पता होना ये भी जरूरी नहीं होता. इंटरव्यू इज टेक्निकली अगर मैं बात करूं, I mean somebody who is taking interview from a very long time, agar if he is taking your interview, actually interview is more, it's a more about a psychological observation. It's more about knowing your personality. It's more about knowing your attitude. And it's more about like how you feel or how you would react in a very tensed environment. In an environment where, you're out of your comfort zone, you're under pressure, how would you perform? So if somebody who's taking interview from a very long time, then we don't see what you are answering to me. Of course, you should be, that doesn't mean you could answer anything. No. I'm actually trying to make you aware about this fact that if somebody like me, if I'm taking an interview, right? If I ask a question You know, my 30% focus would be on what he's answering. If this is my question, I questioned you one thing. How many different types of relationships are there in Salesforce? What you are answering to me, I'm concentrating 30% onto this. My 70% observation would be how you are giving answer, how you are giving this answer to me. And it always starts right from giving you the question. See, when you wanted to be a performer, you first of all have to be a listener, a good listener, right? So you first of how you take my questions. Sometimes it might also happens that you doesn't understand the question correctly. And people are very, see, out of anxiety, you know, out of this whole nervousness and the anxiety, what is going on in the mind and in the heart. You don't even listen the question and you start answering this. No, this is absolutely wrong. This would not indicate how smart, rather how dumb you are. Why? Because see, in industry, in IT, having a clarity about requirement is the first rule of development. If you wanted to develop something, you must have 100% clarity of your requirement. Your requirement should be crystal clear to you. And when you are, I haven't finished my question. You started giving me the answer. That is not a good thing. Although you, आप क्या सोचोगे यार, ये तो सोचेगा कि मैं कितना स्मार्ट हूँ कि मुझे क्वेश्चन भी फिनिश करने नहीं दिया और आंसर देना नहीं. This would considered as a bad habit. See, पिक्चर के आखिरी में हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ ट्विस्ट जरूर होता है. So I was about to throw something, a twist at the end of my question, and even without knowing that you started. That means whatever you are answering me, that is not what I was expecting. You are answering me something wrong. Don't feel like a smart, right? तो कैसा है? It always start with, 70% of your interview is focused how you give the answer, not what you are giving the answer. What is your answer? That is 30%, 40% important. But how you are, how you are perceiving the questions, how you are responding to this, that psychological observation is more important. That psychological observation is more important. I tell you one thing, and see, this applies to everybody, not just you, it not me. अभी मैंने switch किया हुआ है. Probably you guys also know this. अगर आपने देखा हो ग्रुप में messages circulate हुए थे. He asked me one thing, during my interview itself, and please let me discuss this. I'm not, मैं समय नहीं खराब कर रहा आपको, जो कुछ भी बता रहा हूँ, that's very important to understand. समझो आप इस चीज को. He asked me one question. He discussed me one requirement. The one who was taking my interview, discussed me one requirement. And I present him first of all the approaches. He asked me, this is our requirement. I said, all right, I understand your requirement. Once again, I repeat that same thing. See, he asked me about one of the scenario. He gave me one scenario. Then once he has finished that question, I repeated the same question. Okay, so your question is this. You wanted me, this. I elaborated his question to him, and then I make him confirm. Yes, this is your requirement. He said me yes. So this is what I understand your requirement very clearly, and I confirmed it from you that this is something what you wanted to develop, right? This is how you have to start. First, whenever somebody asks you the question, repeat it. Repeat it. The same question, repeat it to the someone, right? Okay, this is something what you have asked. यही है वो चीज जो आपने मुझसे पूछी या कुछ और छूट गया मुझसे इसमें. And then I give him the approaches. Okay, this could be done by this, and this. And in my opinion, this is the best way to do that, right? आपको यहाँ से जाना चाहिए. Then he, उसको समझ में आ गया. But then he said to me, you are changing the requirement. You are changing the requirement. I said, how? How? If you go with this approach, this is going to be the end result. If you go with that, this is going to be the end result. So if the end result would going to be the same, and the end result is something what you have asked me, how come this is possible that I'm changing the requirement? So as a cross karna padta, boss. This would indicate your confidence. And see, for this you don't have to be a very experienced person. No, people used to thought कि जब मैं अभी तो मैं fresher हूँ यार, अभी क्या बोलूंगा मैं. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं रहता. It all depends how you are giving the interview. You are fresher or what? वो फ्रेशर इज समथिंग टर्म दैट रिलेटेड टू योर ग्रेजुएशन, ये कॉलेज नहीं है। यहाँ क्या बात हो रही है, यहाँ बात हो रही है आपके सेल्स फोर्स के नॉलेज की, जो आपको दिया जा रहा है काफी एक्सपीरियंस लोगों के साथ, जो सिनेरियोज आपको दिखाए जा रहे हैं वो रियल टाइम के हैं, जिन चीजों पे आपका डिस्कशन होता है वो सारी रियल टाइम की चीजें हैं। मतलब दैट मीन्स यू आर एक्सपीरियंस पर्सन, यू आर हैविंग एन एक्सपीरियंस, एंड एक्सपीरियंस इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी काउंटेड अकॉर्डिंग टू योर डिग्री। वो एक अलग सेगमेंट है यार, यहाँ कुछ और बात हो रही है। तो व्हेन यू आर गिविंग इंटरव्यू यू फर्स्ट ऑफ वुड हैव टू कॉन्फिडेंस। तो उसमें बाद में फिर वो लंबा इंटरव्यू चला, आखिर में उसने एक ट्रिगर लिखने बोला, मैंने मना किया। आप बताओ अगर वो कोई ट्रिगर लिखने बोलता है, आप मना करते हो, आप क्या सोचोगे इंटरव्यू के बारे में? मैंने आई सेड नो, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू राइट इट। व्हाई यू वांटेड मी टू राइट इट? You are, see, I'm applying here for a senior developer, right? For the lead position. Are lead supposed to write something in your company? Or rather what you, the lead supposed to, तो मैंने पूछा उससे, तो वो मुझसे पूछता कि क्या करता है फिर लीड। मैंने कहा the first thing what lead do is the optimization. You code something, आप कोड करिए, I'll optimize that code. आप कोड करो, मैं उसको ऑप्टिमाइज करके बताता हूँ, I'll reduce it, I'll make it more productive. But you have to code, I'm not going to code it. See, this is what, it's not about your experience and how many years you have invested. It's all about how confident you are about the things what you are telling to him. You should be very sure. So when you will giving the interview, see, this is a gradual process, you have to take it, और आपको समझना पड़ेगा इसको। This journey is very long. I told you in the beginning, you would be there for almost 1 year with me till your placement. I'm calculating that time. The first day when I have given you the demo से लेकर वो जिस दिन आपके हाथ में ऑफर लेटर होगा, बहुत सारे बदलाव लाने अपने अपने को अंदर, ठीक है? उसकी शुरुआत करनी पड़ेगी। डजंट गोइंग टू हैपन ओवरनाइट। आज रात में सोया तो कुछ और था, सुबह उठ गया तो कुछ और बन गया। जादू नहीं होने वाले हैं। हमको अपने अंदर में इंप्रूवमेंट्स लाने, और हमको हर एक बारीक बारीक पहलुओं पे बात करनी है। सेल्स फोर्स बहुत अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी, बहुत ओपनिंग है, बहुत ओपनिंग है, बहुत पैसा मिल रहा है, सबके लिए नहीं है। जो उस लेवल पे अपने, देखिए ये आपको अगर एवरेस्ट जाके अगर दुनिया देखनी तो एवरेस्ट पे ही जाना पड़ेगा, आपको वहां तक पहुंचना पड़ेगा, तब जाके आपको वो नजारा दिखाई देता है। तो सेल्सफोर्स बहुत अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी है, ठीक है, बहुत पैसा है, बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज है, ऐसे पैकेज बट रहे हैं, बहुत बट रहे हैं, लेकिन क्या ये सबको मिल रहा है? नहीं, आपको वहां तक पहुंचना है। और धीरे धीरे देखिए इंटरव्यूज की लेवल टफ होती चली जा रही, समझो आपको। हम लोग भी इंप्रूव कर रहे हैं, हमको ला रहे हैं, कोशिश कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप अगर ऑडियंस बन के बैठोगे मेरी क्लास में तो नहीं हो पाएगा। इसीलिए ग्रैब करो, रिफ्लेक्ट करो, स्टार्ट करो। आपसे कहा है कि आपकी क्लास अपनी कम्युनिटी बनाओ, उसका आपस में डिस्कशन करो, ठीक है? स्टार्ट करिए। So if they ask you this question in interview, you first have to start it by giving the count. There are 6 different types of relationships. Why? Why I'm telling you this? People used to answer me, how many different types of relationship? Lookup relationship, master detail relationship. अरे यहाँ आरती भजन नहीं चल रहा है. You have to be specific about what you know. Start with giving the count. There are 6 different type of relationship. Why 6? पता है क्या? आज तक मैंने जितने भी इंटरव्यू लिए हैं, out of every 10, 7 would say me, 8 would say me, sometimes 10 out of 10 would say me. There are only 3 types of relationship: lookup, external detail, external lookup, and master detail relationship. These 3. Why they say it, I'll tell you. जो लोग ऑनलाइन पढ़ते हैं, उडामी से पढ़ते हैं, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू गिव द नेम, टेक द नेम ऑफ एनी ब्रांड, बट जो लोग यूट्यूब से फ्री वीडियो से अलग अलग तरीके से पढ़ते हैं, ठीक है, और सोचते हैं कि हमने बहुत कुछ पढ़ लिया सेल्सफोर्स के बारे में, एक वीडियो देख लिया, बहुत कुछ देख लिया, नहीं, बहुत गहराई है यार। When you are swimming on the shallow part and when you are taking a deep dive, तो आप जब ऊपर होते हैं तब कुछ अलग दिखता है, जब आप अंदर जाते हैं तब कुछ और दिखता है। तो मोस्टली this is the answer what I get. There are 3 types of relationship: lookup, external lookup, master. Some of them would say me कि hierarchy relationship. इसके बारे में बहुत ही कम लोग बात करते हैं, many to many and one to one. But if you give the answer, always expect कि they would going to ask you more about many to many and one to one, because ये कहने वाली तो बहुत कम है। हो सकता है शायद आप ही हो सकता है कि 3 से 4 इंटरव्यू हुए, फिर आपका इंटरव्यू हुआ और आपने ये आंसर दिया। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहला ही झटका आपने ये बोल के दिया कि देयर आर 6 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ रिलेशनशिप्स, तो वो वहीं अलर्ट हो जाता है कि ये क्या बोल रहा है, 6 कैसे हो सकते हैं, 3 4 तो मुझे पता है, इसमें और कौन कौन से हैं। ऑलराइट, लेट्स इलैबोरेट हिम। तो यू इमीडिएटली हैव यू इमीडिएटली ग्रैब हिज अटेंशन, इमीडिएटली आपने उसका अटेंशन ग्रैब किया, and now he is more interested to hearing you कि हाँ कितने तरह के relationship, and you started now start with lookup external, lookup master, detail, hierarchy relationship, many to many, one to one. These are the 6 different types of relationship. तो ये कहने वाले बहुत कम लोग होते हैं. तो how you start giving the answer, you know, based on that only they would going to select you. It's not how much you are answering, how correctly you are answering. This have to be correct, yes, but sometimes how you are answering is more important. चलिए. So there are 6 type of relationship: lookup relationship, external lookup relationship, then master detail relationship, hierarchy relationship, many to many, and one to one. These are the 6 different types of relationships supported by Salesforce CRM. And we will going to start them one by one. The first thing what you have to understand, in every type of them, there's one thing common: how you are going to create a relationship. When I ask this question, how you're going to create a relationship, मुझे क्या answer मिलता है? Sir, we have to first of all go to setup menu, and then we have to expand the create inside the build, and then we have to go with this and that and that. No, this is not the way. I'm not asking you navigations. If I'm asking you navigation, you have to guide me step by step like this. Click on that, go over there. This is what a navigation. This is what a navigation. If I'm asking you in general how you create a relationship, that is more about the algorithm. That is more about describing the process, not navigation. Not navigation. कि यहाँ से 10 कदम आगे जाके राइट लेना, उसके बाद 5 कदम लेफ्ट लेना. That is navigation यार. वो navigation है. वो नहीं पूछ रहा मैं आपको. मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूँ कि हाउ टू क्रिएट अ रिलेशनशिप. you'll have to say me कि कुछ देर तक आपको नॉर्थ में आगे बढ़ना, उसके बाद में कुछ कदम आगे बढ़ना. This is what you have to say. तो creating a relationship is just a 2-step job. Just a 2-step job. केवल 2 steps involve होती हैं इसमें, केवल 2. As in step number 1, you first have to understand, you first have to recognize, you first have to identify among the 2 objects, because see, when we are creating a relationship, वहां 2 objects का होना जरूरी है. ताली एक हाथ से नहीं बजती दोस्त. ताली बजानी है, साउंड लाना है, तो दोनों हाथों का टकराना जरूरी होता है आपस में, राइट? When we are creating a relationship, there must be at least 2 objects. 2 से ज्यादा चलती हैं. many to many में हम वही सीखने वाले हैं. 2 से ज्यादा चलती हैं, 2 से कम नहीं हो सकती है. ठीक है? When we are creating a relationship, there must at least be 2 objects, unless and until it is hierarchy relationship. Hierarchy एक अलग concept है, उसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे. So there must be at least 2 objects. Now, among these 2 objects, what you have to identify, which one is the parent, which one is the child. Because whenever we create a relationship, whenever we create a relationship, one object must be a parent, another one must always be a child. And how you would identify, actually, let me finish this first of all. So how many steps are involved in creating a relationship? How to create a relationship? Relationship creation is a 2-step job. In step number 1, we first would require to understand among the 2 objects, which one is the parent object, which one is the child object. That's complete the step number 1. And then step number 2, you have to create a relationship field inside child object. The relationship fields are always present in child. That is why you should know in the step number 1 कि यार दोनों में से child कौन है वो जो दोनों में से child है. Because अगर child ही नहीं पता रहेगा तो आप relationship field कहाँ create करोगे? Because relationship fields are always created onto the child. देखो, ये 2 बातें, और केवल 2 ही बातें हैं. पहली बात, 2 ऑब्जेक्ट मैंने आपके सामने रखे, मैंने कहा भाई साहब रिलेशनशिप बना दो इनके बीच में. The first thing what you have to understand, या आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं या आप अपना नॉलेज अप्लाई करके, बट चाहे कुछ भी हो, आपको पता होना चाहिए कि इन दोनों ऑब्जेक्ट्स में से कौन सा पेरेंट है, कौन सा चाइल्ड है. Now once you identify the child, पता चल गया यार कि ये फलानी ऑब्जेक्ट है, ये चाइल्ड है, तो रिलेशनशिप फील्ड उसके अंदर क्रिएट होती है. रिलेशनशिप फील्ड्स आर ऑलवेज क्रिएटेड इनसाइड चाइल्ड ऑब्जेक्ट. I could ask you this in interview. Can I create a relationship field in the parent? You have to answer me no. Whenever you are creating a relationship, Kasim, you have to create it inside child object, right? The relationship field by default, they are always created inside child. They're always created inside child object. These are some of the rules you have to understand, and you have to understand as it is. Don't cross question me कि sir ऐसा ही क्यों parent में क्यों नहीं. See, I have not defined this, but this is something which has been defined, right? And we are not here to do our PhD. वो PhD वाले लोग होते हैं फॉर्मूला के अंदर करेक्शन निकालते हैं, ये इसके अंदर we are not here to criticize anything. We are here to understand first of all a process. This is the process. If you wanted to follow, you have to follow the same thing, right? Relationships fields are always created inside what? Inside the child object. Now, see, I could end up this discussion over here itself, and we can go further and we'll discuss so many things. There are so many things. This is a bit lengthy topic, relationship. There are 6 kind of things. And again, that to be, there are so many things which I have, there are so many supporting topics जो आपको पढ़ाने पड़ेंगे. This is a bit lengthy topic, I'm telling you. I could end up the thing over here. And it would not hurt you. Professionally, this is not going to hurt you, I'm telling you. तुम्हारे साल 2 साल निकल जाएंगे ऐसे ही, तीसरे साल में जाके फंसोगे. क्यों? तब तक पोजीशन आगे बढ़ चुकी होगी, कुछ ना कुछ तो आगे बढ़ जिंदगी में स्टार्ट किया एज अ डेवलपर, जूनियर डेवलपर, एसोसिएट डेवलपर. 1-2 साल के बाद कुछ तो बनोगे. देयर माइट बी वन सर्कमस्टांसेस जहां पे 2 ऑब्जेक्ट तुम्हारे सामने रख के बोला जाएगा भाई इसमें रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट करने का है, एंड यू वुड आस्क देम, or maybe you cannot ask them कि इसमें से किसको parent और किसको child बनाओ, all because you are expected to finalize this. भाई तू डेवलपर है ना, सीनियर, तेरे को 3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है ना, 3 साल काम किया इंडस्ट्री में, अब तक तो डॉक्यूमेंट फॉलो किया, अभी क्या ये पोजीशन पे नहीं है? आर यू नॉट इन दैट पोजीशन दैट यू कुड टेक दिस डिसीजन? यू हैव टू अप्लाई योर ओन इंटेलिजेंस एंड नॉलेज टू डिसाइड. मेरे को नहीं पता किसको पेरेंट बनाना, किसको चाइल्ड बनाना, एंड विदाउट नोइंग दिस कि यार कि कौन पेरेंट है कौन चाइल्ड, आप रिलेशनशिप कैसे क्रिएट कर सकते हो? तो अगर मैं कह रहा हूं कि रिलेशनशिप क्रिएशन इज जस्ट अ 2-step जॉब. इन स्टेप नंबर 1 यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई कि कौन सा चाइल्ड और कौन सा पेरेंट है. इन स्टेप नंबर 2 चाइल्ड जब पता चल गया तो वहां जाके रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट करना है. तो वी मस्ट हैव दैट नॉलेज विद अस. एक ये बात है, और यहाँ पे रोका नहीं जा सकता इसको. हमें एक स्टेप आगे जाके ये इस पर भी चर्चा करनी है कि जब हम 2 ऑब्जेक्ट्स में से किसी को चाइल्ड किसी को पेरेंट बनाते हैं तो ये डिसीजन आप कैसे ले पाते हो? How would you get that ability to decide कि ये 2 ऑब्जेक्ट्स में से अपने को किसको पेरेंट बनाना है, किसको चाइल्ड बनाना है? और मैं कह रहा हूं आने वाले 1-2 साल तक आपको इसकी जरूरत नहीं पड़ सकती, लेकिन इसकी जरूरत आगे के लिए भी पड़ेगी. एंड आई एम प्रिपेयरिंग यू अकॉर्डिंग टू माय एक्सपीरियंस, नॉट व्हाट यू आर सपोज्ड टू डू इन दैट. वो तो हो जाएगा यार, वो तो हो जाएगा. मतलब तुम ट्रैकिंग करना है ना, तुम एवरेस्ट के हिसाब से ट्रैकिंग तैयारी करो ना. ये पचमढ़ी मचमढ़ी छोटा सा है, अपन यही चढ़ जाएंगे, ऐसे ही चढ़ जाएंगे, राइट? तो देखो, whenever these objects are given to us and we have to decide this, तो एक ER डायग्राम जो मैंने अभी दिखाया था, that is the first thing. ठीक है, उसके भी पहले का क्या है? In a simple word, it is always, we identify the dependencies. How would you going to decide कि यार इन दोनों में से पेरेंट कौन है, चाइल्ड कौन है? You would have to understand the dependencies. आपको dependencies identify करनी है कि कौन सा ऑब्जेक्ट किसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, कौन सा रिकॉर्ड किस रिकॉर्ड पर डिपेंडेंट है. Once you understand the dependencies, बहुत आसान हो जाता है फिर इसको समझना, सारा मसला ही खत्म हो जाता है. You have solved this, you have solved this puzzle once you have understand about the dependencies. And you could easily understand every one of us, right? We are dependent on our parents, at least up to certain extent of the age. वैसे तो माँ बाप देखो यार, मतलब इस सेंटेंस पे गलत मत जाना. We always have dependencies on a parent. There is nothing that कि आप उस मुकाम पे लाइफ में कभी नहीं पहुंच पाते हो जहां आप खड़े होके ये बोलो कि आज मैं इंडिपेंडेंट हो गया एंड आई डोंट सीक एनीथिंग फ्रॉम माय पेरेंट. होना भी नहीं चाहिए. वी लिव इन अ कल्चर वेयर वी treat our parent as good as God, and you always require, till the time you are living, you always required God with us, right? So you always required parents with us. So basically the child is always have a dependencies on parent. If you understand this, the existence of this entity is all because of this entity. कि अगर parent का ये entity नहीं होगा तो there would be no existence of the child. That means this is parent and this is child. So you first of all have to understand the dependencies, right? I'll describe you in this way. Having a position, having 10 position, 100 positions, but no hiring manager, who is going to take the recruitment against these positions? 10 positions हैं जावा डेवलपर की, देयर इज नो हायरिंग मैनेजर फॉर दैट, तो कौन लाएगा उस पोजीशन पे बच्चों को, कौन लेके आएगा? हु वुड गोइंग टू टेक दैट recruitment process, who going to initiate all this recruitment process? So having a position is not that important. Having a hiring manager particularly for a position is more important. If you don't have a hiring manager, there would be no meaning to have a position, right? Clear समझ में आ रहा है? Hiring manager, sorry, positions having a dependencies on the hiring manager. Clear समझ में आ रहा है? And that is why I would consider hiring manager between these two. If I've been told to create a relationship between these two objects, I would consider hiring manager as parent and position as child. Right? All right. Next, between position and candidate. If you are having so many positions, there is no candidate, or rather, if you are having so many candidates, right? If you're having so many, why we take resume? Why I would ask you to submit your resumes with me? Because I wanted you to match with certain positions. I would take your screening, your resume in my hand, I'll read it, and I'll see your best match to which particular position, right? So for candidate and between candidate and position, if the discussion goes, what the dependency would be identified over here is candidate is more dependent on to position. You're having 100 candidates, you don't have any position, all of them would be unemployed, right? If you have 100 positions, then let's, it's good to have the candidates, because we can, we can initiate their recruitment process, we can ask to give them interviews and all that, and we could recruit them against those positions. So in terms of importance, in terms of which seems to be more dependent on to what, I feel candidate is more dependent on positions, right? Between these two entities, position should be a parent, candidate should be a child. So what we are going to do would be like, we would first of all create a relationship between hiring manager and position. In the second phase, we'll create a relationship between position and the candidate. Now, when we would be creating a relationship between hiring manager and position, whatever would be the type, उस पे आते हैं, बाद में आते हैं, वो चाहे लुकअप रखो, एक्सटर्नल लुकअप, मास्टर डिटेल, वो अपन टाइप पे बाद में आते हैं, पहले आप एक ओवरव्यू देखो. we would consider your hiring manager as parent and position as child, between hiring manager and position. Now between position and candidate, we would consider position as parent and hiring manager as child, right? This is what we are going to do, and this clarifies you one more thing. Position acts parent for somebody and as well as child for somebody. And this is the flexibility of Salesforce. This object position is parent to somebody, is parent to candidate. This object is even child to somebody, child to parent. And this is 100% allowed in Salesforce. One object could be a parent for certain relationship. That same object could also be the child for some other type of relationship, right? This would signify you this as well. So if somebody asks you this in a question, I have make one object as a parent to somebody. Could I make the same object as a child? You have to answer yes. 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 Because for that other relationship, this object could be also a child. Between hiring manager and position is child object. But for position and candidate, position is parent. And this is a very realistic concept. My father was a son to someone. No, to my grandfather, my father was what? A child. But my father is what? He's father to me, right? मतलब मेरे दादा की तरफ से अगर मैं देखता हूं तो मेरे पापा उनके चाइल्ड है. तो like position is what? It's a child to hiring manager. At the same time, अगर मैं मेरे end से देखता हूं तो he is my parent. So this is very realistic concept. ऐसा कुछ अलग सा नहीं पता रहा हूं मैं आपको. This is a very real time concept as well. Understood? So this is what we are going to learn. But anyways, the first thing what we have to identify and how to identify is like, you first of all would have to understand the dependencies. और dependencies को highlight करने के लिए आपकी स्टडी बहुत अच्छी होनी चाहिए. मतलब जब ये एंटिटीज प्रपोज की जाती है, मतलब जब इन पर डिस्कशन होता है, डेवलपर और बिजनेस एनालिस्ट अगर दोनों एक मीटिंग में बैठे हैं, क्लाइंट के साथ डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. देखिए बिजनेस एनालिस्ट जो होता है he is having a good understanding about business functionalities, but we should have, we should also have a good understanding about how the entities goes, how the business goes. तो मतलब जब हम लोग जब बैठते हैं तो if the same point somebody raised, so we have a separate angle, we have a separate angle of observation over there. We would discuss more about what is the role of these entities, and we try to understand whether some entities have dependencies on some other entities, some objects are having dependencies on some other objects. So this is how, this is how we gradually make understanding, we make ourselves clear about everything, and we also prepare documents for this. Understand, whenever we build up our product, Rick, everything must be backed with a document. It's a very good practice, and this is something which is actually recommended. Whenever you do a development, you also have to create your own document, right? This would help you out, this would help you out. Now that document could be as plain as your Word document, text file, Excel, जो भी आप comfortable हो. थोड़ा सा MS Office आना चाहिए सभी को. You must be aware about basic functionalities of computers, right? So we always do that. So you have to first of all understand the dependencies. Then and then only you could mark somebody as कि यार इस relationship में ये object parent है और ये फलाना object जो है वो child है. Now that is your step number 1. तो सिर्फ इतना कह देना कि relationship creation is very simple. It's a 2-step job. That is a 2-step job when somebody have everything. उसके हाथ में सारी चीजें हो. उसको मैंने एक डॉक्यूमेंट दे दिया और I told him कि हायरिंग मैनेजर पोजीशन कैंडिडेट के बीच आपने रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट करनी है, and between hiring manager position you have to consider position as child and hiring manager as parent, but between position and candidate you have to consider candidate as child, position as parent. Now when this has been submitted to you, तो ये बहुत आसान है और यही होगा आप लोगों के साथ, डोंट वरी. बट आई एम टॉकिंग यू वन थिंग कि आगे चल के जब ये डिसीजन लेना पड़ेगा तब क्या करोगे. तो डोंट हैव दैट, यू डोंट नो, यू वेर ऑलवेज फॉलोइंग अ डॉक्यूमेंट, यू वेर समथिंग कॉल्ड लकीर के फकीर, कि जितना लकीर खींच दिया उतना ही आगे बढ़ रहे हो. उसके आगे क्या, यू अगेन रिक्वायर समबडी टू ड्रॉ अ स्केच फॉर यू, राइट? सो दैट इज द रीजन आई एम टेलिंग यू. तो कुछ चीजें अभी इमीडिएट काम आएंगी, कुछ चीजें बाद में काम आएंगी, लेकिन आपको जानकारी पूरी हासिल करना पड़ेगा बॉस. ठीक है, चलो. सो हाउ टू नो दिस कि विच वन इज अ चाइल्ड? यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिपेंडेंसीज on entity to entity, and wherever you find out a dependency, that object is considered to be a child object. Then you could say that this is my child object and I have to create a relationship inside the child object. Step number 2. So that we are going to discuss, and these were the things what we are going to complete. There are so many things, 13 to 14 topics would be there. These are the things what we are going to finish inside the scope of relationship. Lookup dialog box configuration, filter configuration, master detail, roll-up summary, some of the standard relationship, their behaviors, hierarchy, many-to-many, standard junction object, one-to-one, then conversion of a lookup into master and vice versa as well. And then external lookup after learning everything would be an assignment for you. At the end of this topic, I'm give you the external lookup as an assignment, because after knowing all this is not a tough. Moreover, you have a basic understanding as well. So this is going to be an assignment topic. So by tomorrow, I'm going to start with the first thing, and that is a lookup relationship. A lookup relationship, right? That's all for today. Let me give you this command so that you can unmute yourself now. And if you wanted to ask me anything, please go ahead. Yes, any questions? Any questions?
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, as you told, there are 6 different types of relationship, but you told that mainly there are 3 types.
Not mainly. You see 3 onto the page. You would be going to understand why I was telling कि क्यों लोग 3 ही बताते हैं. You would going to understand. Mainly is not mainly. There are 6 type of relationship, but you would see 3 of them mostly. Where you see, I'll going to show you that probably in tomorrow lecture itself.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Any more question? In the participants, I could see somebody name with Galaxy Grand Prime Pro. Guys, this is not allowed in my class. Go to the setting of Zoom and you have to rename yourself. Someone who is using this Galaxy Grand Prime Pro. I don't want transformers in my class. It should be humans, right? आप अपने नाम को rename करो. Yes. Yes. Anything else? All right. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day.